Morning, back again in a different role and much shorter time frame. So we have requested each of the speakers to speak for about 3 minutes. We are going to be speaking in this panel about the energy, water and food triangle, and I just wanted to share with you a very interesting experience that I had last week when we went on a visit as part of a group called the Abu Dhabi Dialogue. That's really a grouping of people from the South Asian region dealing with waters that are common to the region. And as part of a study tour, we were taken to Ecuador, and given the experience of visiting one of the glaciers in Ecuador on the volcano in the natural reserve Antisana. And it was a very interesting project, I think supported by the World Bank and a few other organizations, which is really looking at how the government of Ecuador is managing the entire ecosystem arising out of this particular glacier flowing down and providing waters to the city of Quito and a couple of other cities, of course, along the way. And what is interesting about the project is the long-term vision which the government has undertaken. It is planning for climate change and looking at adaptation challenges that are going to come up, and it has actually acquired the entire land area around the glacier and is looking at how to restore some of the land areas so that the water supply to the cities downstream is preserved looking 20-25 years hence. So, a very interesting example of how these issues that we are discussing in this conference come together, and how one government is recognizing these linkages and taking a forward looking view on this. We have today to speak on the subject a very interesting panel of people. I will introduce all of them to you up front. We have Professor Francois Mancibo on my left, Director of the International Research Center on Sustainability. We have Professor Nakicinovic, Deputy Director General and Deputy CEO of International Institute for Applied Systems Analysis on my right. We have Mr. Jake Schmidt, an International Climate Policy Director at the NRDC. We have Professor Petri Tallis, Director General at the Finnish Meteorological Institute. Dr. Kazuhiko Takeuchi on the extreme left, Senior Vice Rector of the United Nations University and Director and Professor of the Integrated Research System for Sustainability Science, and Dr. George Valentis, Managing Director at the Veolia Environment Institute in France. I think detailed CVs are available with each of you. In the interest of time, I am not going to do any more than that, and I will request our first speaker of this panel, Professor Mancibo, to make his remarks.